the Piper. That is growly energy. The feline, okay? That's like a grumpy old man with back problems. And then you have a piper here. This could be someone who is like humming or singing or playing a pipe or playing a clarinet or I don't know, being thoughtful. The pipers talk about harmony and seduction, and when the piper plays a tune, people listen. And it's like there is an audience or a crowd and people are happy. Mickle is the silliness. It's making them mad. It's like the splitting of the fawn. Oh, that's going to make me cry. Oh, no, no, no. We're not doing that right now. Bring her back home. When I see the fawn, okay, it's not what it says in the book, but when I see the fawn, it's two fairies and they come together and they make one creature. And it looks like it's always been that way. But with this imagery, the way I laid it down, it looks like the fawn is being separated. The unit is coming apart. And the fawn is supposed to be your very best friend. The fawn is the one that's your absolute match. They are, have you ever just vibed with someone? Like you meet them and then like after like 5 minutes, you're like, oh my God, are we best friends now? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, yeah. High five all day. But there's something about the fawn that is separating. And you have this, the Rar here is a huge ball of energy and potential, which means that one thing that is exiting the board is the potential of what could have been. And on the other side, you have Liz at the Shadows, and she talks about healing. So maybe one of the people in this party was a healer for another person. And technically, you should be able to heal yourself, but you shouldn't have to. Okay, especially not if your fawn is a healer, like a hand-working professional healer, right? Or even just a special person who can do that with words or how they are or whatever. It's causing the fawn to dissipate is the word that I heard. And I think it's irritating them. It feels like, stop trying to break up the fawn. Like, fucking stop. And I don't think we can. I don't even know where I want to go with this. What's the Piper doing? Moving on. The mice talk about fatigue, stress, anxiety, worry, restlessness, fucking freaking out. But you can't tell because they're being thoughtful and harmonious about it. And probably transmuting pain into creativity, right? Isn't that what most musicians do? And so, but there's being proud and self-realization and past, present, future and having new hope and opportunity. Like the Piper is in a mind space, kind of like what I was just talking about before. And where is the feline at? Because this is the other half of the fawn. Falling in love. Inspired. Okay, that's literally what that says. Perhaps you have either gotten the grumpy old man to fall in love with you, or maybe they're getting grumpy because they're falling in love. And that is an irritant. How dare you crawl up underneath my heart chakra and make a home there? Fucking bitch. The magnet, longing, desire, and the fireworks. Yeah, I bet. Well, I mean, no wonder they're irritated. Because not only are you in their thought space with the stars talk about falling in love and being blessed and all of that, the fireworks talk about passion and kissing and explosions and whatever, and the magnets talk about being longing and the desire and always coming back to each other, right? And now he's all bent over, all pissed off about it. And it's this... For whatever reason, the energy here is causing the Fawn to split apart. And the Fawn is the mega couple. It's the dynamic duo. It is the... what's the third person? Okay, I wanted to pause on that because I saw the third party and I wanted to make sure we weren't doing anything dumb, because I told you if the Seven of Swords keeps coming out, we're not doing that anymore. That's called harnessing the good and blocking the bad. If a Seven of Swords person comes out, they don't get to be in our game anymore. They don't even get to be in your life anymore, right? Did you notice how the Seven of Swords stopped coming out after eclipse season? Did you notice that? Did you notice that? You guys, did you notice that? You gotta say no to the fuck shit. We need a shirt that says that. Okay, it feels so simple. Anyway, there's something about a third party that was involved in some way or other. Their energy was involved in the situation, whether or not they were present. And there's something about that energy having... It could even have been that, like, because this is the Fawn. It wasn't a couple. This is best friends, two peas in a pod, right? That you helped them through some kind of like breakup or something. And now they are like obsessed with you because you're the healer or something like that. I don't know. There's 3, 4, 5 friend cards here. This was not your partner. They could have Cancer in their chart. Compass. I want to be like, I don't know what to do with my fucking hands. Okay, so this person is going to go home to their homestead and sit on their couch or whatever and take a moment to... I can't get you out of my head. Your love is something I think about. They're going to sit down and think about why you have them so hot and bothered. And I don't feel like it's hot and bothered like sexy time. It feels like, how is it possible that you, of all people, crawled up under my skin? Like, it's a little bit irritated. It's a little bit worried. It's a little bit like, are you okay? Like, why the fuck are you acting like this? They can tell. They're probably really intuitive. Also, I have so much shit to do. Why am I sitting on my couch thinking about this heifer? But also, is she okay? Like, okay. And so it feels like they sit down and what's the word I'm looking for? Balance? like get a clear head. This is like if this person is like a public speaker, or they are used to like standing up in front of crowds, or like their word is really commanding or powerful or present or something like that, they're going to think about what they say first, especially if they have air in their chart. All right, so here's the Hush Tarot. This deck, the Hush Tarot, makes me feel kind of quiet and calm and peaceful, because it's all like, it's like images on the floor of a forest, like tiny little things that happen on the floor of a forest. And this person could be really gentle. That could be, which is hilarious because they're also an asshole, but not. This is just the grumpy old man whose body hurts. Right? Okay, they've been blocked off. They haven't said anything, or at least not in this bubble of time that we're looking at, okay? This doesn't look like an estranged person, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't fuck around with people who ghost us anymore, so we shouldn't even be curious if it's them. Block it off? No. This is someone that you talk to, but they haven't, what I heard was they haven't said anything yet, right? And it's probably because I think that part of the struggle in this particular energy is that you're supposed to be fawns. It's supposed to be the dynamic duo, right? But also the fact that the fawn, it's the fawn when they come together, but when they're apart, they have their own separate entities, their own lives, right? It's just they make a magical beast of a creature like a transformer when they come together, and it's cool. But I think that overall, this person is gentle. They're just, you know, grumpy old man. The Hermit. Somebody's eyes could be absolutely like, I have no idea why your eyes would be red and glazed over, but that's what this owl looks like. Perhaps you should see your doctor. Somehow or other, there's eye contact. It could be really like swift. It feels like a synchronicity moment. It feels like, of course, I would see them right now while they're driving me nuts. So, the Fool, King of Cups. They might, like, if this is like, if you somehow or other have like a drive-by, they might look in their rear view until they can't see your car anymore. Ace of Swords, I know what to do. Ace of Cups. And the Wheel. And Six of Cups. We're being like... It's shocking. It feels like there's a... I get it now moment. Okay, there is communication though. I feel like there's a whole bunch of things that happen. It feels like this particular feline, who probably is an air sign, is doing a whole lot of thinking. They don't have to be an air sign, but the whole being old and grumpy and body pain feels relevant as far as who they are. And they've been doing all this thinking about, why is the fawn falling apart? What the fuck is going on? This has been like well established. It's got deep ass roots. What is going on? And it might be that because they see you or something like that, they get some kind of like, maybe they realize that the Piper is lost in Pipertown. In Emotionville, right? Okay, so what's the communication? Six of Pentacles. They're like, all right, I'm just gonna, this is the fawn. I should be able to talk to the fawn, whatever. Four of Wands. Okay, in one way or another, something is made clear here that we are not interested in the fawn coming apart. That is, we're not going to have that. So that's the first thing. It's almost like they're, you know, grumpy. Like, I want to stop addressing the fact that we are a thing. It's always a thing. We're a thing. Fucking relax. And so they say something to unravel your mind. They give you an Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I can't say that I like that. Yeah, no. It's Morticia and Gomez or nothing else. I don't know who the fuck this other queen is, but that's a hard no. Like, I'm not competing in a marriage. I'm not competing in a... The Queen of Wands could be anything. It could be like something that they do, or someone that they do, or some hobby that they have, or whatever, but she comes out enough as an entity in this dynamic to be... We're not doing Charles and Diana and Camilla. No. No. Hermit. And I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, okay? It could just be some kind of conversation about being open and like having, like not wanting to be restricted. Like, we're the Fawn, right? We come together, we're a thing, and then blah. No. This Empress is whole ass saying, I'm an Empress, I get 10 of Pentacles. Looks to me like you're a Hermit and you get 9 of Pentacles. Deuces. They don't like it when you say deuces. I thought I told you guys that. It's like good feelings gone, the Tower. It's like, oh my God, she's going to make me give her what she wants, or she's not going to fucking talk to me anymore. She's going to let the Fawn fall apart over 1 pentacle, because he has 9, right? And she wants 10. And what am I saying? What does that mean in real life? She wants commitment. Like 9 of Pentacles, that card, almost every reader goes, oh, that's a single person, right? And they want to keep their 9 of Pentacles. And she says, okay, keep your 9 of Pentacles over there. You are in the way of anything that I might try to have going on. So you are dismissed. And they're like, that's probably why they're grumpy, because she's being very like Empress-like. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be pushy and rude and mean and bossy. It just feels like, this is what I want. And she may have repeated it a lot of times. And it's not changing her mind. And this feline is not stupid. They're her Fawn. They're just like her. They hear you. They heard you. They were there. But 3 of Swords, they were probably going through something, and it's like, wow, now this Ace of Pentacles just landed on my lap in the middle of heartbreak. And it's like, and now she's going to leave me if I don't give her what she deserves. I heard give her what she deserves. Fuck yeah. I like this grumpy ass old man. He knows things. Okay, that's why Sean Connery was so hot. All right. They're mature. They have already played the games. They understand the value of a bad bitch when they see one. And this one isn't trying to play any games. And it feels like there probably wasn't even the agreement. It just, they came together and all of a sudden they're the Fawn. And after a while, it's like, oh my God, we're the Fawn. That's awesome. Right? Until she's like, I don't want to be Fawn with you anymore. You don't get to connect and make a superhuman, a super Fawn with me if you're not going to like be with me. So no, that's not going to happen. And I feel like that's the end of the conversation. They're stumped. It's not even stumped. It feels like it's a realization. She's really not going to budge unless I give her what she deserves. And that's them saying that, not her.
Bring it back.